Hello and welcome, Forex fans. It's Rob here from eXplorminate, here with a world exclusive first look at Humankind's map editor, brought to you by Amplitude Studios and Sega in partnership with them. I really appreciate them allowing me to do this because this is eXplorminate's first world exclusive, I believe, when it comes to something as big as Humankind. So I'm really excited to be showing this and to be highlighting this as part of a world exclusive in agreement with Sega and Amplitude Studios. So really great stuff. Thank you so much to those guys. But what I'm going to be showing you is this map editor that's going to be shipping with the game. And of course you can see this is 1.0. You're looking at the release candidate. I'm really excited to be able to show you this. I can't play the game for you just yet. In fact, you can see I just started a new game to kind of see what the very latest changes have brought. But today we're going to be looking at the map editor. So I'm sorry to have teased you with that, but we're going to go ahead and look at the map editor. So you'll find it in the extras and then community section, and then here you go to the map editor. So let's go ahead and do that. Of course, it ships with some maps that have been made by Sega and Amplitude Studios, of course, but we're going to go ahead and look at the launcher. Sorry, the editor. All right, so now that we're here, so look at this, right? So we're given a blank slate, this big old canvas to work with. And the idea is that you can now build your maps, your own maps, do whatever you want, right? And they've given you all the tools that I believe they use in order to make these maps. So let's start by doing some things. We're going to do a quick little map. I'm not going to be going crazy because I don't think anybody wants to see me make an entire map here, but I want to show you the ability of these tools that we have here. So let's start with some coastal water. Let's pretend like we have like maybe a coast over here. I meant to do this. There we go. So with coastal here, we're going to go down the line with a little coastal water. And then right outside that coastal water, we'll do ocean. And you see how I'm dragging this? I can also go ahead and expand the brush size over here. So we have increase the brush size. So we can do this and just make it much bigger. We can also do the same thing by dragging it, right? So there we go. We've got this nice little coastline now. And now we can come over here and start to build something else. So maybe we'll take the mountains and we'll build mountains all over the place. Actually, we'll take this. We'll maybe clear out some of this. And what I'll do is I'll bring out the coastal water again. Maybe fix my little mess here. So we can do over here. There we go. All right. So now we've got a mountain range. We're going to do maybe a little bit more with the mountain range, but we can also change the elevation of these mountains as well. So let's go ahead and bring them up to maybe 3. Change that here. Make the brush size a little bit smaller, and then bring it up to 5 over here. And kind of just make it look really, I mean, I could make it more natural looking for sure, but I'm just throwing some stuff out there to show you what it can do. All right. And then maybe we can go back and we will do some snowy mountains. There we go. The snowy mountains are at the base of the mountain. That makes sense. Never said I was any good at this. Just wanted to show it to you. All right. And with that, we can maybe drop some rocky fields over here. And remember that everything we do here, too, is also going to affect our FIMS, right? Our food, industry, money, and science. And so everything that we're producing and making is going to actually affect the way the game plays. So we're doing this. We've got this. I mean, this would be an industry like just powerhouse over here. If we just built one of our cities right here, man, we'd have a lot of industry. We'd also get some good food from the prairies as well. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and make a lake. And we'll make like a larger lake here, right? We'll do one maybe right here. And then we can actually take that and make a river at this point. We'll take a river. There we go. We got this river. So we've got some food and we got some industry. Oh, I'm excited. I'm making this just for me so I can cheat. But then we're going to be able to do so much more. So we got points of interest, right? So we can actually drop some resource deposits. So let's say we want to make a coal deposit right here, which would make sense, right? Or we could do an iron deposit lower down and the bottom portion of this little mountain range here. And then later on we could have a uranium deposit over here, right? Or an aluminum deposit down here. Just some great stuff, right? Or we could do saltpeter so that we can produce some, musketeers and stuff later on in the game. And then we can also drop some natural modifiers, which are the things that are going to modify that particular tile to make it more, prosperous for one of the FIMs, if not all of them. So we can drop berry bushes. So we'll drop some berry bushes over here, and maybe that'll give us some more food. And then we can actually do a hot springs over here, make it look nice. And then, you know what we'll do? We'll also drop, I think there's caves somewhere, right? I believe there are caves, as long as I can find them. There it is, cave. So we'll drop a cave right there. All right. And we can go over here with some water, and we'll drop some algae. Oh, so that's got to be in the ocean, I believe. Or, yep, there we go. Is that working? I don't think it is. So it doesn't look like that one's working. All right, of course, this is a very early build, right? So river spring, let's do that. We'll put that one right there at the bottom of that river. And, oh, looked like the algae did work. Okay, yep, there you go. You can see the algae now. Awesome. All right, yeah, and then we can take turbulent waters and maybe draw some over here. Look at that. And we've got something that we're creating. I will say that there's some VIPs that are already working on this, that are already making world maps and stuff like that, and doing some really awesome stuff with this. So I'm really excited that this is such a comprehensive tool that we can do pretty much whatever we want with it. So we could drop the game or domesticable animals site, and then maybe can we do a waterfall? I don't think it has to be straighter. All right. How about dimension stones? Dimension stones sounds pretty science fiction-like, doesn't it? And then over here, in the middle of nowhere, we'll just drop an oasis for those that are just trekking across, right? And then what we'll do too is we'll throw down a natural wonder. Why not? We'll make it a little bit dangerous. We'll put Mount Vesuvius right here. There you go. So now Mount Vesuvius is right there, ready to pop. But it doesn't stop there, does it? So we can also go ahead and make a territory. So here we have our territory area, right? And again, we can increase the brush size here. So we can take this territory and drop it there. Drop it there. Drop it there. And we can extend it out. All right, so now we can paint it and change the biome to many different things. So we can change the biome to, let's go ahead and change it to, let's actually push it right there. There we go. And we can, territory area, we can go here and change it to desert maybe, or we can do Mediterranean. Let's do Mediterranean. There we go. And now it's got this really cool look, right? So let's go ahead and drop this so you can take a look now. You can actually hide the UI too. So you can come over here and minimize the UI so you can just look at what you've created. So look at this. How great is that? So that's the territory that you might start off in. So we'll maximize the UI again, and then we'll actually come down here to spawn point and drop a spawn point for the first player right here. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. That's not what I meant to do. So we'll come back over here and actually we'll come over here and we'll undo that. And we'll reduce the brush size to just the first one. And we'll put it right there. So that'll be where one of the first civilizations, or one civilization spawns. And they could find this great little spot with some berry bushes, lots of mountains for their industry, some food, some science, all great stuff. And that's something that I created. So you can also do that with, so here's that one huge territory, but you could take this tool and then make new other territories. You could break this into 2 territories. You could do all sorts of great stuff with this tool set here. And there's so much more too. There's just so much more to this entire thing. I mean, we can do all sorts of great stuff with what we have. Basically, I truly believe this is the same tool set that the developers are using to make their tool, their maps here, the random maps. So I think it's a fantastic tool set. It's going to add a lot of longevity and, you know, replayability to Humankind. And for those of you who just really enjoy making maps, this is just a really, I mean, this is about as good as it gets, really. And really, I love the way these maps look. They're so great. They look so good. Look, you can come in and see that algae. So pretty. And then your deep waters, your birds, all these great things. And then we come down here and now we can see our livestock. You know, we can scare them away with our mouse. See, they get scared away as you click over them. So, yeah, this is all great stuff. I'm really excited for this because again, like I mentioned, this is a world exclusive, and eXplorminate and I were able to bring it to you. I'm really excited by that. But also, I'm excited for Humankind fans because I think this is going to be something that really, like I said, adds some longevity to the game. And, you know, for those of you who just really like to create your own maps, all the tools are here. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. But I think this is a pretty good show of what the capabilities of this map editor are. I don't think it'd be really worth going into showing you everything that it does and making an entire map because I don't think that's fun for most people to watch. But I am extremely excited for this game for you guys. It's coming out very soon. And as an Amplitude VIP, I've been privy to the latest builds, and all I can say is that I think a lot of fans are going to be very happy, especially those of you who are concerned about some of the balance issues and stuff like that. They listened, I promise you that. So with that being said, until I can show you actual Humankind gameplay, this was an exclusive, a world first exclusive for Amplitude and eXplorminate to show you the map editor. I'm really hopeful that you guys think this is cool. I think it's awesome. I actually will believe I will be making my own maps because I think the tool set is so incredible. But until then, and until I show you more gameplay, this is Rob from eXplorminate. Keep exploring.